Hello, hello. We are on Knowledge 4, Lesson 16, Islam. Our first vocabulary word is mosque. Say mosque. Mosque is a place of worship for Muslims. The next word is Muslim. Say Muslim. Muslim is someone who practices the religion of Islam. So Islam, like Judaism and Christianity, began in the Middle East, and people who practice Islam also believe in one God. The Islamic word for God is Allah, which is in Arabic, which is a language spoken in various countries. And the other two religions already introduced were Judaism and Christianity, and Islam is also practiced around the world just like those. Hello, my name is Mo'iru. That means moon in Arabic, my native language. I like that my name matches the symbol of my religion, a crescent moon and star. I am Muslim, and my religion is Islam. It has a lot in common with Judaism and Christianity. My friends Miriam and Peter shared their important holidays with you, and I want to do the same. Today we are celebrating Eid al-Fitr, the end of Ramadan, a month-long period during which we fast. Here the word fast means to not eat for a certain period of time. That means that we do not eat or drink anything from sun up to sundown every day for a month. Ramadan is the holiest month of the year for Islam. But you need to know the story of my faith in order to understand why. About 600 years after Jesus was born, the Prophet Muhammad was born in a land that we now call Saudi Arabia. In those days, while Christians and Jewish people already believed in one all-powerful God, the people living in Saudi Arabia still believed in many gods and goddesses. Muhammad believed that he heard the voice of God, sending him messages of how to lead a better life, a life of helping others. According to our religious teachings, Muhammad became a prophet and began to spread God's message throughout the land. Muhammad taught that the rich should share their wealth with the poor. During Muhammad's life, the stories that he received from Allah, which is the Arabic word for God, were never written down because Muhammad could neither read nor write. But later on, they were collected into the Muslim holy book known as the Quran. The Quran has some stories that are the same as the stories told in both the Hebrew Torah and the Christian Bible. The Quran also contains laws about how to live a good life. The month of Ramadan celebrates the time that the Quran was revealed to Muhammad, or when Muhammad learned the stories of it. One reason Muslims fast at this time of year is because Muhammad fasted in the desert before he received God's messages. Another reason is to help us remember the poor and the hungry. It is a month of close family activities and much praying. Speaking of prayer, let me show you my mosque. A mosque is a Muslim place of worship, the spiritual center of the Islamic community. Sometimes mosques are very fancy, like the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. Ours is not quite as fancy as that, but it is a place I love to go, especially at night during Ramadan. Usually a mosque has one or two towers, known as minarets, and it is from there that the holy man calls us to pray. Inside the mosque, you will not find rows of seats like there are in churches and synagogues. Instead, we remove our shoes outside the mosque and gather on prayer rugs. Often, women and men pray in different areas, but all of them listen to the imam, the man who leads the prayers. Tonight, Muslims will gather together under the crescent moon to surrender or give control of our lives over to God. That is, after all, what the word Islam means, surrender to God. Then we will break the fast together, first with a date and some water as we always do, and then with a marvelous feast. Yum! All Muslims must follow the 5 pillars of Islam, the 5 most important duties we should do to be good Muslims. Praying 5 times a day in the direction of Mecca, which is Muhammad's birthplace, is one of the 5 pillars or duties we must perform. Another pillar is fasting during Ramadan. Other pillars include helping the poor and needy and making a pilgrimage or visit to Mecca at least once in our lifetime. The most important pillar, the Shahada, is declaring our faith in one God. We say there is no God but God and Muhammad is his prophet. Muslims believe that Abraham, Moses, and Jesus were all great prophets, but Muslims believe that the greatest of the prophets was Muhammad. Likewise, while we believe in some of the teaching of both the Hebrew and the Christian Bibles, all of our beliefs are in the poetic book known as the Quran. Miriam, Peter, and I belong to 3 different religions, but I hope that you have learned how many similarities we share. I have the same wish for the world as Peter and Miriam. Peace be unto you. The end. You may go ahead and click on the Google form to answer the questions about today's read aloud, the religion of Islam.